Bobmas, everyone! Ahoy hoy gang, if this is your first time with us, welcome! And if you're joining us from any of our previous parts of our merry Bobmas event, hey, we love to see it, and I hope you're doing well. I don't have to do top 5 holiday episodes like King of the Hill. There's at least 5 Christmas episodes in Bob's Burgers that are absolute bangers. And they absolutely deliver. It's kind of incredible. So, what worked, what failed, what Christmases in cars will be curtailed? Hee, ho, ho, ho! It's time to look at the top 5 Christmas episodes. Let it snow!
Number 5, The Plight Before Christmas.
I'm going to be fair and balanced on my top 5 Christmas episodes. I have to talk about this episode because I think it is the Bob Actually of Christmas episodes. I think it has a very strong, emotional core. I think it has a lot of potential. Tina Fey was great in it, but a commenter pointed out that it felt a little emotionally manipulative. The use of the music, the lighting and everything. And I'm inclined to kind of agree with them. Because as I watched it initially, I was like, wow, this is a great Christmas episode. This is a super strong Christmas episode with great writing, fantastic delivery. And then when I rewatched it, when I was compiling this list, I was like, is this the best Bob's Burgers Christmas episode? Does this embody Bob's Burgers? Louise does do a great performance. The poem is very heartfelt. But is that a poem Louise would actually write? Is that actually in character? I would argue the Gene story is actually the strongest one. And I'm not a huge Gene fan. But that being said, it is a very beautiful Christmas special. It is a visually stunning Christmas special that makes you feel those Christmas vibes, that holiday energy. And I can't ignore that. For that alone, it's at least number 5, and that's still fine.
Number 4, The Bleakening.
I mean, if I didn't include it, I would be a fraud as a critic and a Hoosier. Like, anything with Adam Driver, I am obligated to put it up there. Fun fact, Jim Gaffigan is also from Indiana. There's a lot of us out there. It's fine. I revisit The Bleakening pretty frequently after I first watched it. And when it first came out, I was pretty indifferent to it. I couldn't care less. And then my wife, was like, this is Todrick Hall. Here's this really interesting stuff about them. This is really cool. This, that, and the other. And I was interested. But The Bleakening just didn't really do it for me. And then I was just sitting alone one night. I put it on. And I just wanted to watch the musical bits. And I found myself sitting and just watching the entire thing all the way through, not skipping anything. I was like, wow, this is actually perfectly tempoed. It has perfect flow to it. This is arguably the strongest 2-parter Bob's Burgers ever did. If you watch it as just like a 40-minute adventure, it really stands out. And I don't know. I was really enchanted by the color of the finale and the layout of the warehouse Christmas party. I thought that was gorgeous. Triple Xmas is, it's great. The song is fun, but that whole end scene looks phenomenal. And I love Teddy being in the inflatable Santa. He's like, I'm gonna get you. You're not gonna steal any of these ornaments. That's great. All of that's fantastic. Bob running away as the Bleaken. Having the kids hunting the Bleaken be very, Van Helsing / Hellboy. I like that. And I love that the Bleaken is basically just a Wendigo. It's weird. It's odd. It's Bob's Burgers. If The Plight Before Christmas was just a good Christmas special you could have in anything, The Bleakening is a great Bob's Burgers Christmas special. I don't know. It really stands out to me, and it's one that I have come to appreciate more and more the more I watch it.
Number 3, Father of the Bob.
Wow, father of the Bob, he's already talked about it, so he must just love it that much. Yep, I just love it that much. I love that Bob has a resolution with Big Bob. I love that Nick Offerman's in the episode. I love that Big Bob goes to the country bar to watch Scandal with all of his gay friends. I love all of that. I think Father of the Bob is arguably the most wholesome Christmas special we ever got. It is the best story episode for Bob. It is an episode that has gotten better the more we learn about Bob. The more we learn about Bob and Big Bob's relationship, how they grieved in their own ways after Bob's mom passed, it makes Father of the Bob stronger. And any episode that actually retroactively gets better, I think needs to be celebrated. I think needs to, have the time taken to go, look, this shows they had an idea of where they wanted to take the show. This shows they knew what they wanted to do. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that we have not gotten, completely blindsided by changes in Bob's Burgers, more or less. Flanderization is still at a very, very low point. Sure, there's some episodes where the kids are their most base selves, but you are still getting creative ideas for episodes. And Father of the Bob is still one of a kind, yet the show evolves by having Father of the Bob where it is in the season. No musical numbers, nothing deeper than just, Bob talking with Big Bob, finding out that his dad loved him and always loved him, and he's just bad at showing it. And that's good enough. It's good enough to know that he does love him. And I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. I'm sure I said that during the initial review, but Father of the Bob really felt like something special. Once I saw it, I was locked in on anything Bob's Burgers did.
Number 2, Bob Resty, Gentle Mannequins.
I mean, how could you not put this up here? Let's be honest. It is the Christmas special that launched the Christmas specials. It's the first one that ever happened, and it's one of the best. I love Bob Resty, Gentle Mannequins. Like I said in the Plight Before Christmas, that could be anything. That could replace Hey Arnold's really just emotionally devastating Christmas special and be kind of as good. It's a very generic Christmas special. Whereas Bob Resty, Gentle Mannequins, that's Bob's Burgers. That can only be Bob's Burgers. That is Bob's Burgers in its very core and DNA. Zach Galifianakis is at his absolute best. I love everything about this episode. I have gushed about this episode. I will continue to gush about this episode. It is an episode I watch every Thanksgiving, every Christmas Eve, every New Year's Eve. If I can watch it, I will watch it at least 9 times a year. I have probably seen Bob Resty, Gentle Mannequins well over 50 times at this point. I can recite most of it from memory. It means a lot. It started a lot. It's great. Some of the best jokes of its season. Some of the best animation. I love this episode. And if you don't like it, you're wrong.
Number 1, Christmas in the Car.
Now, you've gotten this far in my reviews, my merry Bobmas, and to that I want to say a happy holidays. I hope you are having a wonderful time of the year. I hope that next year is super bountiful for you, and you have a wonderful time. And if you thought, after now 14 of these videos, that the number 1 on my Christmas episodes was going to be anything other than Christmas in the Car, you're wrong. And I don't know how I could have ever braced you for being so wrong. Now, and I'll tell you why, as you'll see, thanks to Editor Me, which is also me, I've got the best scene ever made in Bob's Burgers playing behind me as I do this review, which is, of course, the scene where Teddy gets his arm trapped like an animal and has to thrash around before the fridge starts to fall on him. It's perfect. It's the best scene. I will watch it 1,000 times if I have to. I adore every second of it and play it on repeat because it makes me giggle like a child. I can tell you why 8.5 is a fantastic movie. I can break down the cultural importance of Ernst Lubitsch, and I will still cackle like a witch when I see Teddy get his arm stuck in a wreath and thrash around like a trapped animal. The A story with Bobcat Goldthwait is fine. It's perfectly there. But let's talk about the B story of Teddy sticking his hand through a wreath and thrashing around. It's just the best. Best Christmas episode, bar none. Best scene in the show, bar none. Like and subscribe. It's the best. It's magic. I don't have to apologize for anything. You know in your heart it is true. Teddy's the best. Teddy is great. I love the scene where Teddy gets his arm stuck in a wreath and thrashes around like a trapped animal.
And there we have it. That was my top 5 Bob's Burgers Christmas episodes. Anything you think I was right on, wrong on? What are your top 5 episodes? Bottom 5 episodes? What are the 5 Christmas episodes you hate? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked what you saw, make sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends we're out here. This has been a truly delightful journey, going through all 13 seasons as well as season 14. I'll do a top 5 of that soon. Won't take me long. But doing these adventures, having this merry Bobmas with all of you, has been utterly enchanting. Thank you all so much for watching, for all the Bob's Burgers content. Obviously, we're kind of done with that for a minute until the next season finishes. So it's been good. And I mean, hey, I think we can all bond over Teddy thrashing like a trapped animal next to the fridge. It's a magical scene, that scene. I love it so. Anyway, thank you so much for being you. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. I hope you remember that you matter, you're important, and you're not alone. I will always believe in you. Anyway, that's going to do it for us here at the Lecture Hall. And if you want to support the channel, consider joining our Patreon or membership programs today. $2 a month gets you special polls, posts, and even your name on this fancy list. Ho, 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 ho! Stay strong. Happy holidays. I have other plans for next year. This is not the end of anything. So, we'll be back at it, stronger than you could ever fathom. Goodbye, everybody, and I'll see you next time.